What's going on? We back with another edition of Hood Stories, episode number 4. Told you I'm gonna drop it every now and again. I got one more. I might drop today or tomorrow, depends on how the day falls. But make sure if you're into college sports, you go check us out at college S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. The links in the description of the new college page. We over there working. Big college day today. So if you're into college football, check us out over there. We got a few people over there working, Colossal Sports TV and the Cali Enigma. But we back with Hood Stories and the infamous White Boy Rick, you know, the teenage, quote-unquote, drug kingpin / snitch, you know, who still been held in jail when he was still a minor all the way to this day, to this day and age. You know, he's still in jail hoping to get parole down there in Florida. You know, when other teenage or minors were, you know, they were released. He's the only minor under a certain law where, you know, he's still being held, and it's the reason for that. You know, he was working with the feds, and you know, to give them the insight on snitching on the local drug dealers first. You know, it was the Johnson brothers, you know, the Chambers brothers, excuse me, and then the Curry brothers. All right, then the Curry brothers, the ones he was working with, you know, and eventually, you know, I would guess he allegedly, you know, did his thing on them, and you know, they went to jail for 20 years, and they've been released since then, obviously. And you know, eventually, you know, somebody found out that White Boy Rick was snitching. Remember, this dude was 14 years old doing this, you know, and he was working with the feds. You know what I'm saying? You know, they was paying him to get the inside scoop on local drug dealers, and eventually the Chambers brothers got popped, and eventually somebody figured out that, you know, he was possibly snitching, and they shot him. And when he got shot, they said the feds abandoned him, and when they abandoned him, he started selling dope for real. You know, remember, he was on the inside, you know, snitching on people. He knew how the inner workings work. This was a kid, a teenager, 14 to 17. He was active. He was a kid, and he started selling dope for real. And you know, he was on, you know, you hear him talk about some of the interviews he would do. He would be on boats going to, you know, foreign countries, chopping it up on private jets, going to foreign countries, chopping up numbers. And what they try to portray him as when he switched over to being a real dope dealer was that he was the kingpin of the operation. He was above Maserati Rick, which we'll get into him. He was above Demetrius Holloway, I think it was. All these dudes, he was above. They are trying to act like he was the key to running them operations, and them dudes down the line end up getting killed. But I'll tell those stories another day for another time. If you're interested in them type of hood stories, all right? And it's very, very deep. And he wasn't. He was a kid that just was around the right people in his neighborhood, and he had the inside scoop. You know, he had the black swagger, the black talk. But what eventually, you know, when he got caught with some bricks, I believe, in a stolen car, right? I think that's how it went down. And basically, he wasn't working with the feds no more. He started doing it for real. And he said, out of his mouth, I heard on an interview, he said if he continued to work with the feds after he got shot, he would have never got caught. Never. They still would have been using him probably until this day about selling dope. You know, he never would have got caught. But he switched over. He felt abandoned when he got popped. He felt they left him out. And he was so famous because they tried to portray him in the media, and that's not the only part, and we get to that in a minute. They tried to portray him in the media as, you know, being the kingpin over Maserati Rick, being the kingpin over Demetrius Holloway. It was so many prominent dope dealers in, you know, in Detroit, you know, and they try to say he was running all that, and he wasn't, but he also, you know, not just an informant, he was a pure snitch. He told, after he being locked up, he told on Coleman and Young. He got all the people, he snitched on corrupt cops. You know, he snitched on corrupt people that was close to Coleman Young. And that's the reason he never got out. When they changed the law about minors, whatever the law was, he was snitching on prominent people. And also, he was dating Coleman's A. Young's niece. After one of the Curry brothers went to jail for 20 years, he started dating her. And that was supposed to be his man's, even though he was being an informant. That was supposed to be his man's. He started dating his wife. You know, I think it was his wife at the time after he went to jail, you know. And she got caught with a whole bunch of shit at the airport. That's a totally different story. A whole bunch of bricks or birds, whatever you want to call them, at the airport. And you know, in one article, you know, one interview he did, he said you would think Coleman and Young would be happy that we was cleaning up the streets, getting corrupt cops off the streets, that that we was you know, people corrupt around him. I snitched on them. You would think he'd be happy with that, but he knew Coleman and Young wasn't happy. And that man dead and gone. And he's still paying he's still suffering for what he did to him, and snitching on all his cops, and snitching on all the people around him. And that's what he's really known for, right, White Boy Rick. You know, for being a teenage kid selling dope, being white in the blacks inner city, and snitching. And being an informant. Informant turned real drug dealer turned snitch again. And being still locked up when every other minor across the country or in the state, however they changed the law, was released due to they being minors. Because they was minors. They wasn't even adults. They was released and given a second chance. But he snitched and messed up so bad that, you know, even if Coleman that young dead and gone, his kids, his grandkids, his great-grandkids still gonna make him pay the piper. And then when he do get out, it's gonna be tough for him to adjust to life, man. It is. He looking to get out really, really soon. So he been in there since the 80s. So, you know, if you want to know more, there's plenty of documentaries on White Boy Rick. Just wanted to give a small hood education on that. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check us out there as well. Y'all know we more than the Basha channel. We cover the entire board. Politics, hood stories, football, basketball, the whole nine. If you'd like to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. Hopefully we could do a hood story live stream one day, man. We could just chop it up. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. But continue to share the videos on social media. Share it with somebody. Share the channel. Let's continue to grow the brand. And I definitely appreciate all the brothers and sisters out there, man. Salute to you guys for continuing to help us grow and, you know, break new ground and continue to blow up. But check those links out in the description. And y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We stay grinding. TBC and more. Always on the grind. Always on top. We gone.